Matt, here we go.
Okay.
We've got 2 visitor centers, one at the plaza, one down at Jacuzzi Family Winery. People walk in, they take buses, they ride their bikes, but they'll call us, they'll text us, they'll slide into our DMs. Some people even send us letters. And they ask us sort of things. You're going to help us in a segment we call We Get Questions. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. This was a really hard one we got today.
Okay.
Today we got this one.
Okay, uh-oh.
A guy came up and said, "Where's the post office?"
Oh, where's the post office? Yeah. It is on Broadway, just a couple clicks down from Pete's. So you can grab a cup of coffee and then go get your passport photo or whatever it is you need to do at the post office.
You did it. That was great.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a post office.
Yeah.
And so that's in Sonoma proper. There's also one in Boys Hot Springs.
There sure is.
Fairmont across from Sonoma Eats.
Yep.
There's also one in Kenwood.
There's one in Glen Ellen.
And there's one in Glen Ellen around the turn, right?
It's right there. Yeah.
So,
and you can pop into the saloon after you do.
That's a great saloon.
Yeah.
What's the name of that saloon?
It is called Jack London Lodge.
I love that.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic. Didn't he write John Barleycorn Days?
He
did. There's a story there. Yep. Okay, where's the post office? So Broadway, right down from Pete's. That was easy.
Yeah.
You got this.
Okay.
You probably answer lots of visitors' questions at the park, though.
Sure.
Okay. Here's one. It's literally, I'm so glad you're actually here. This is funny. Because this, a guy, Gabe from Yountville, he's a retired mailman. And he came in and asked us, I've heard there is a walk from Sonoma to Fort Ross called the Camino de Sonoma. Is this really a thing?
Yes, it is.
It is.
And then you can see there are historic markers along the way that you can see when you turn off 37.
You're absolutely right. So this is interesting that people from Sonoma proper would go to Fort Ross to reenact when there's a Mexican mission here. It was a Spanish mission, but it became Mexican independence, so Mexican mission. And they were forbidden from trading with the Russians up on the coast. And it was just like, don't do that. You got to train with Mexico. The Russians had to train with Russia. So they said, forget it. We're going to break the rules. This is the possibly apocryphal story. So they walked from Sonoma to Fort Ross, and there's a group from the church here that reenacts that. And it's probably, as the crow flies, it's probably 30 miles. But I'm sure as the walk goes, it's really long. Yeah. So Gabe, the mailman, was then asking about it and trying to plot it out. So it goes right up Highway 12. Matter of fact, the fact that you mention that you connect sometimes over the hill.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who was trying to build a walking path from Napa to the coast. And that would be part of it if we did that. But I'm going to talk to you.
Yeah.
This kind of thing. So yeah, there actually is a thing called Camino de Sonoma. You can look it up online. There are groups that do it, but you can also put it together yourself. But it's not. There's portions of it that you should have a spotter on the freeway because I'm part of it on Highway 12.
Yeah. It can be dicey.
Yeah, and or you just go overland and now you're in Poison Oak.
There you go.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Someone walked in and asked us this. This is actually kind of funny. I put on Shakespeare plays and would like to find a spot to host some outdoor plays in Sonoma. Got any ideas? Literally, someone asked me that today. So, kind of appropriate. Want me to answer this one, or you want to take it?
Well, we've had the same question.
She just came into my office.
It's a possibility. Yeah. In fact, I think there's a group called the We Players. They may be in San Francisco. I think they put on a production. I saw Othello done at Fort Point underneath the bridge. Oh. And the audience breaks up into different groups, and you actually go see the different scenes. Progressive. Right?
I like that.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Inside Fort Point.
Inside,
not outside.
Fort Point.
Inside that castle Civil War.
Yes, but make no mistake, it is the coldest place on earth.
It is. That would be an awful place to be posted, by the way. When you do that trip in 4th grade, you're like, this is horrible.
The worst.
Yeah. So there are a bunch of different places. Buena Vista Wineries had Shakespeare for a while.
That's right.
But there's like talk of like, okay, imagine, to your point about Othello, imagine you're in a cave and you do something dark like Macbeth, right? Yeah. So like a wine cave could do that. And there's several wineries with wine caves. Imagine you're doing Midsummer Night's Dream and you're outdoors somewhere, like Sugarloaf, Regional Park or something like that. Have you been up to the Sonoma Botanical Garden?
I have.
They have a
love
natural
Yes.
amphitheater. And you have like
And
live
I've
music.
seen the Wednesday night
Yeah, the
live music.
there.
Jeannie's done such a
She's
great
great.
job with
She's
the
done a
program.
really good
She's
job
wonderful. I brought my jaded freshman in high school there last
I'm
year.
going to do this.
Yes.
Down.
Arms crossed. Not this. I'm not.
Lame.
Brought her to the botanical garden. Magical.
She loved it.
Yes. We even got lost. And she had a blast.
It was, they had the sculptures, the gigantic birds there made out of bamboo. Those are really cool.
I haven't seen those. We did the frogs.
Well, the frogs were fun.
The frogs were great.
Yeah.
I brought her to the frogs. We loved the frogs.
So it's the answer is to this person. There are probably lots of places you could put on a play. The Sonoma Community Center. I would encourage you to look around, send out an RFP to the different venues, but you could definitely do that. And you could even do something like they did at Fort Point, but like a progressive scene in different places.
Sure.
Maybe along the Sonoma bike path. You could do one there, right? So that'd be pretty good. Did you study any Shakespeare while you were doing your history stuff, or you just more straight history? You're just doing...
I mean, I did the mandatory.
Yeah. So you did like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Well, what we did, 12th Night,
Okay.
Merchant of Venice was one I remember.
Okay, you're pulling way back. I can see you. You're like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same way. That's
You can hear my brain clicking, right?
What's there? Here's one we got via text. Okay. My name is Asya. Asya? My name is this name, Asya. And my friends and I bought the Sonoma tasting passes online. We were wondering if we still had to call and reserve spaces at each place or if we could just walk into the wineries. What is recommended that we should do? Thank you.
Oh, I always recommend calling in advance and reserving just to ensure that wherever you are is going to have space for you, because you've made a long trip up here. Sure would be terrible to be turned away.
I think that's a great idea. So you are correct on that. My biggest caveat is this: you don't have to.
Yeah.
Many of them, especially the tasting rooms around the plaza, you can kind of eyeball it, and if there's no one there.
And by the way, that's sometimes the most fun you have, right?
Yeah.
Just impromptu showing up.
Going in there.
Exactly. And you're right. And most of the time you will be accommodated.
You will. But to your point, if you've traveled and there's a specific one you want to go to, just call ahead. Most of the time, like, sure, Matt, come on in. Bring 4 or 5 people, not a problem. Or they might say, hey, 10 o'clock, we've already got a big group. It's a bunch of bachelorette parties. Come at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right? And you might have a better experience.
Exactly.
So that's a good one. By the way, that is a very long text, and it was very well written. So
Yes.
the kids are all right. Yeah, they're doing okay. Here's one we got. Can we watch the wine grape harvest?
So yes, and I know that in our park, and sometimes you'd have to be up in the middle of the night to watch it. So sure, but
how late do you want to stay up?
Yeah,
or early do you want to
exactly.
get up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your point, Matt, most of the wine grape harvesting happens when it's cool out, both for the workers and for the grapes. When grapes get too hot, they start to ferment. And when you put them in the big trucks and they get hot, they don't want that. The winemaker wants to control the level of fermentation and the heat. So most of it happens at night. And it's really amazing because you see these really hardworking crews. They'll come out. You see the lights along the hills, and it's fun to watch. And in the morning, the wine grape trucks are going to the crush pads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you know that because it's always when you're on your way to school.
That's exactly right. and you're stuck in between two of them.
And you're like, you know what? They worked hard.
That's right.
This is the underpinning of our economy. This is wonderful.
Exactly.
But yeah, you can probably see it, but not up close. But what I would recommend is going to places like St. Francis Winery, where you can take a self-guided tour of their vineyard and oftentimes see like about to harvest or where they're going to harvest. Loxton Winery, he'll let you on the crush pad. Benziger, right down from you. The tour includes going to look at their crush pad.
That's right. And great tram tour
Yeah.
up there.
That
yes.
is a good one.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about like hijacking one of those tram tours and bringing him to Jack London Park?
You know what?
like a pirate?
The truth is I have. Yes. Those trams, I love those trams. You
should do it.
Looking into it.
And Jack London was an oyster pirate. And he would go and like raid things.
That's right.
So I think you would be in character.
To be a tram pirate.
To be a tram pirate. And you're like, we're going to Jack London Park.
Well, he eventually joined the Fish Patrol and apprehended
Really?
pirates like himself.
Wow, I
so
did
he
not know
went
that.
to the other side.
Wow. He
That's
became
right.
the man.
Yes.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yep.
I mean, just on a side note, he labor organizer, agitator, sailed around the world. The sloop, the Snark,
The Snark.
which you can sail your own during the Jack London yacht race,
That's right.
which is about a mile and a half or maybe less race on the raging waters of Sonoma Creek.
Yes.
36 inches long Snarks.
And one of the best parties of the year. And the Jack London Yacht Club
Yeah.
they're a great organization. So they have all that fun, but they do it for a cause, and they support a lot of local nonprofits.
And you can join the yacht club.
And you can join the yacht club, but you can get your very own Snark.
Yeah, and you could sail that Snark from Sonoma Creek to San Pablo Bay, San Pablo Bay to San Francisco Bay to Pacific Ocean, to anywhere else in the world.
They are, and I understand they are a real yacht club,
Yeah.
and they have reciprocity in other yacht clubs.
You roll into St. Francis Yacht Club there in San Francisco, they've got to accept it,
I
don't
mean,
they?
that's yes.
You're over there with the tech bros and you. Yeah,
That's
how
right.
it is. So, Matt, you answered all the questions correctly. You did. You're great. You really have a knack for this. You should look at doing some sort of visitor-facing nonprofit, like calling, because you might be good at it.
What could that